to Staffworks Explained, a place where we bring you videos on projects, activities, and issues that are happening in different parts of the world, but with more focus on Africa. If it's your first time here, please subscribe to this channel. Watch other videos that we have done on various topics. In today's video, we'll be giving an update on Bugesera International Airport, a large project that is being implemented in Rwanda. Bugesera International Airport project in Rwanda is making or has made significant progress. The Greenfield project is owned by the Bugesera Airport Company, which is a joint venture originally between the Mota-Engil Group, which held a 75% share, and the Rwandan government entity Aviation, Travel and Logistic Holding Limited (ATL), which had 25% share. But this arrangement has been since changed with entry of Qatar Airways. Bugesera Airport Company has a primary objective to design, construct and operate the new airport, which is located in Nyamata town, Bugesera district, 25 kilometers east of Kigali, the capital city of Rwanda. The project to build the airport is divided into 5 phases, with the first phase intended to be completed in 2020, and this was to make the airport operation, but this did not happen. The final phase of the project is expected to be finished in 2045. The financing of this Aviation project is being provided by the Bugesera Airport Company and international lenders. The development of this airport and its associated infrastructure include: 1. There is a temporary 5-kilometer water pipeline, and this pipeline will be constructed from Lake Kidogo to the airport site to provide water for the construction phase of the project. There is upgrade of roads. The existing roads connecting an approved quarry site northeast of the proposed project to the airport will be upgraded to facilitate supply of aggregates required during the construction phase. There is also a 14.5 expressway road that will be constructed to the and it will be linked to the national KK15 road from Kigali, improving accessibility to the airport. The airport covers approximately 2,500 hectares of land, with actual airport footprint occupying only about 360 hectares of this area. The airport footprint includes various essential components such as runways, taxiways, aprons, helipads, terminals including presidential passengers and general aviation terminals, airplane hangars, cargo areas, vehicle parking facilities, ground service equipment, airport maintenance areas, control tower, fuel farm, wastewater treatment and waste management facilities, and the airport is expected to be developed into a narrow metropolis. Additionally, there will be associated facilities that provide permanent power and water supplies, as we had mentioned before. The responsibility for the construction of these utilities and infrastructure lies with the Rwandan Energy Group for the power, and Rwanda Water and Sanitation Corporation for the water supply. If necessary, separate environmental assessment would be conducted for these facilities to ensure that they meet the environmental and social standards that are required. The project aligns with the Rwanda Vision 2020, the country economic development and poverty reduction strategy, which aims to transform Rwanda into a knowledge-based middle-income country. The project is expected to have a far-reaching impact by generating socio economic development in Bugesera district of Kigali and other parts of Eastern Province, which it will provide jobs and also other economic benefits. Design and legal experts, including British engineering company TPS Consult and African Legal Support Facility, have played a crucial role in the project. The construction of the airport started in August 2017 after the signing of the deal between the government of Rwanda and Mota-Engil in September 2016. However, there was a temporary halt in 2019 to allow the redesigning of the facility to make it fit for purpose, which has resulted in ongoing construction work in some section of the airport. In terms of financing, there were concerns in the past as some financiers withdrew from the investment. However, the board of directors of African Development Bank approved an equity investment through African Infrastructure Investment Fund in November of 2019. And a new partnership with Qatar Airways has been established. In the new deal, Qatar Airways will take over or has taken over 60% stake in the project, which is now valued at $1.3 billion compared to the initial investment or initial estimate of $818 million. The new design of the airport done by Qatar Group includes 4,500 meter runway, 120,000 square meter terminal building, 6,500 square meter presidential terminal building for VIP passengers, as well as cargo and MRO facilities and animal handling centers. As of December 2022, the horizontal works, including the runways and another necessary infrastructure, were being carried out by Mota-Engil, with the progress having reached 40%. It is also expected to be one of the greatest airports in South Africa, possibly the first in the region. It is expected to surpass the currently large airport, Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi. This project is a public-private partnership project, and this means that the government of Rwanda has partnered with a private consortium to develop and operate the airport. The consortium, which was originally led by Engil Group, was responsible for financing, constructing, and operating the airport for a period of 25 years, with an option to extend this concession for another 15 years. The PPP structure was selected for Bugesera International Airport because it offers several advantages over traditional government-led project. These advantages include that private sector expertise will be and financing will be used, and this will bring the expertise that is required to develop and operate the airport. This private firm or private company will be responsible for financing the project, and this will reduce the burden to the government, especially in terms of budget. There's also the risk sharing, where the PP structure will share the risks of the project between the government and the private sector consortium. This will help to reduce the overall risk of the project. There is also the question of efficiency and innovation, where the private sector consortium will be incentivized to operate the airport efficiently and to improve or to innovate in order to improve its profitability. This will benefit the government and the airport users. The PPP structure is relatively a new approach to airport development in Africa. However, it has been successful in other parts of the world, including Europe and Asia. The Rwandan government is confident that the PPP structure will be a success for Bugesera International Airport. Who are the partners in this whole arrangement of PPP? The Bugesera Airport Company Limited is the company that was established for the development and operation of the Bugesera International Airport in Rwanda. BSC is a key entity responsible for the design, construction, and management of the airport. And this airport, as we have said, is located in Bugesera district, 25 kilometers east of Kigali, the Rwandan capital. Some of the important details about this company: one is that it's a joint venture where we have two partners. Originally, we had Mota-Engil, a Portuguese multinational engineering construction company, which holds or held the majority share in this joint venture at 75%. Then we have the Aviation Travel and Logistic Holding Limited, which is a Rwandan government entity representing the government, and it represents the government interest in the project and held 25% share in BSC. This is before Qatar came into the picture. Then there is concession agreement, Bugesera Airport Company Limited was established with the primary objective of developing, constructing, and operating the airport. The project is governed by a concession agreement which outlines the terms and conditions under which the airport is to be built and operated. The agreement typically specifies the duration of the concession, financial arrangements, and the key aspects of the project. The phased development aspect of this project, we see that it's planned to be implemented in phases. The first phase was aimed to make the airport operational by a specific target date. This was originally in 2020. Now this was supposed to happen in 2022. The latest update indicate that the project or that phase is almost 70% complete. Subsequent phases involve expansion and enhancing airport infrastructure to accommodate increased traffic. Then you have seen that it's a PPP arrangement where the finances will involve a combination of public and private sector. This private-public partnership structure allows for collaboration between the private entity, which is in this case Mota-Engil, and then now entry of Qatar Airways, and a government entity, ATL, and this is to drive the airport development. Infrastructure development component of this whole arrangement is that Bugesera International Airport project includes the construction of runways and terminals, and also associated infrastructure like roads, upgrades, water supply pipelines, and expressway to improve accessibility and support. Then economic development aspect of this company, the development of Bugesera International Airport aligns with Rwanda broader economic development and goals and strategies such as Vision 2020 plan, which seeks to see Rwanda transform itself into a knowledge-based and middle-income country. So the role of Bugesera International Airport Company is pivotal in bringing these significant infrastructure development into fruition, and also promote economic growth and enhance Rwanda's connectivity with the global aviation network. This company is collaborating with the government and international partners, and this is a reflection of a multi-stakeholder approach that is often used in the development of such a large infrastructure project. The other entity that you need to probably understand is Aviation Travel and Logistic Holdings Limited, ATL. This is a Rwandan government-owned company that is responsible for overseeing the development of this international airport. This company is taking the interest of government into consideration. It's the one that's holding the interest of the government, Rwandan government. So we see government through ATL, and it has various roles and responsibilities, and one of them is to take care of interest of the government, and it has 25 shareholding stake in the project. Then the other entity which is in this whole arrangement, PPP arrangement, is Mota-Engil of Africa. So there was an original concession agreement which was entered in 2016, where the Mota-Engil Africa signed a concession agreement with the Rwandan government through the ATL to construct and operate the airport. In this arrangement, Mota-Engil held a 75% stake, while the ATL, the government entity, held 25%. There was also 25-year concession period where Mota-Engil was to build and operate the airport for 25 years, and there was an option to extend this period by 15 years, and this was to help it recoup the investment. Then came Qatar Airways partnering with the Rwandan government, and then these whole arrangements changed. So now Qatar Airways uh, acquired a 60% stake in this airport, where the government of Rwanda retained 40%. So it was not very clear what role Mota-Engil would play in the whole project, and it was not even clear whether now the project now uh, shifted from being public-private partnership investment to an arrangement where it's now a government owned project. So there are reports that Mota-Engil will be retained, and it was now to play a new role. So despite the changes that happened, the government considered signing a new concession agreement with Mota-Engil Africa, and in this arrangement Mota-Engil would be responsible of all the technical work and overseeing the construction of the airport. So the Minister of Infrastructure emphasized that the project was still on schedule, and the goal was to have the airport ready by 2022. He acknowledged that the work had experienced some delay, but expressed confidence that the infrastructure would be speeded up to get the financing right. In addition to, as we saw, there were other supporting infrastructure that was to be built, and these new partners were brought in, especially construction of roads that were to connect the airport with the main infrastructure. Then we have the other entity is Qatar Airways Group, and this airline has a significant involvement in Bugesera International Airport project. In 2019, it signed a deal to acquire 60% stake in the airport. This investment is part of Qatar Airways' strategies to expand its network and presence in Africa. Qatar Airways is one of the world's leading airlines, and it's committed to investing in Africa's future. The airline believes that Bugesera International Airport will be a key hub for aviation in East Africa, and it is excited to be part of this development. Qatar Airways is not only a shareholder in the airport, but it's expected to play a key role in its operation. The airline is expected to provide technical assistance and expertise to the airport management team. It is also expected to operate a significant number of flights to and from the airport. The involvement of Qatar Airways is a major boost to Bugesera International Airport project. The airline's expertise and financial resources will help to ensure that the project is completed on time and within budget, despite the delays that had happened. Its commitment to Africa will also help to make the airport a success. So let's now look at the shareholding of Bugesera Airport Company Limited, especially following this new arrangement that has been entered between Qatar Airways and the Rwandan government. The shareholding of Bugesera International Company went through significant change with the entry of Qatar Airways Group into the project. The initial ownership structure, we had Mota-Engil Group, which held a majority share of 75%, and then we had the government of Rwanda through the Aviation, Travel and Logistic Holding Limited (ATL), which held a minority stake of 25%. Then, with the entry of Qatar Airways Group, a new arrangement was made where Qatar Airways Group entered the project and acquired a 60% stake in the airport. The Rwandan government, represented by the ATL, retained 40% share in the airport. With the entry of Qatar Airways Group, the acquisition of 60% stake, the majority ownership of the airport project shifted from Mota-Engil to Qatar Airways Group. ATL, which we have seen is a representative of the government, maintained a significant ownership stake in the project, retaining 40% ownership after the entry of the Qatar Airways Group. The new role of Mota-Engil with the new arrangement was that it was to be a technical partner, where it was to still serve as a technical partner in the construction and development of the airport. Even with the reduced ownership stake, their expertise in engineering and construction would be valuable in ensuring that the project is successful. Then in the construction and development, it is expected that they will still be responsible for the physical construction of the airport infrastructure. Since they have the experience in infrastructure development across Africa, they are thought to be an asset in this regard. And then project management, Mota-Engil could continue to play a role in managing various aspects of the project, including overseeing construction activities, coordinating other stakeholders, and ensuring that the project stays on schedule and within budget. Expertise sharing, Mota-Engil knowledge and experience in airport construction and operation can be leveraged to provide valuable insights and guidance to the project. Now that you have seen the composition of the entities that are involved in this project, let's look at chronological events that has happened in development of this project. We'll start with April 2013, when the Rwandan government awarded the contract for the construction of the airport to China State Construction Engineering Corporation. The airport was then costing $650 million, and it was still located in the same place, and it was supposed to have a 4,200 meters runway, and the capacity then was 3 million passengers annually. And with the original plan, it was supposed to commence in 2013 and be completed in 2017. So in this phase, infrastructure that was supposed to be built was a runway, cargo terminal, passenger terminal, and with an initial capacity of 1.8 million passengers annually. But this, when you look at that design, it has completely changed in terms of various components: runway, the capacity, and also the budget. In July 2014, the Ministry of Local Government confirmed that there were delays in land acquisition for the airport. More than 2,000 households were still within the airport designated perimeter area, and land valuation had been carried out way back in 2009, with some residents were not happy with the level of compensation. The development project included a terminal with the initial capacity of 1 million, and other components were the same. By May 2015, the Rwandan government had postponed the construction of this project due to some issues, especially concerning land. Less than 10% of landowners had been compensated for their land. The airport project, which was originally scheduled to start in 2013, was delayed due to these issues. By November 2015, the Rwandan State Minister for Transport announced that 26,000 hectares had been set aside for the construction of the airport, and those who are within the project area would be temporarily located to a new area, and the construction of the airport start immediately. So the land was granted over the next 6 months at a request of the authorities, and the state of work on the airport had to be suspended due to these issues. In 2016, the Rwandan government signed an agreement with the Portuguese firm Mota-Engil for the construction of this airport. The agreement had been Mota-Engil to finance the airport construction and be completed by 2018, and the company was supposed to manage the airport for 25 years with an extension of another 15 years. After the initial construction period, the airport was to start operation, and the capacity will be increased later. The construction was expected to start in 2017. The total expansion was expected to cost $818 million. In December 2016, Rwanda started or stated that construction of new airport had started, and the airport was on track to start its operation in 2018, but this did not happen. In 2017, the Rwandan government stated that the groundbreaking ceremony for the new airport would take place in August 2017 and completed in two phases, with first phases expected to be finished in 2018, and the new components. These did not happen. In July 2017, the government signed an agreement for the construction and operation of the airport. In 2019, it was announced that due to the delays that were happening, then a new arrangement was required. So the Rwandan Development Board announced that Qatar Airways had signed an agreement with the Rwandan government to acquire 60% stake in the airport. The board reported that the project to develop Bugesera would require an estimated $1.3 billion, and the airport would be equipped to handle up to 7 million passengers annually once phase 1 development works were completed. In May 2020, Rwandan Airport Company stated that they were continuing with the expansion and upgrade at Kigali and Bugesera Airport, despite the challenges that were of coronavirus pandemic. By May 2021, the Minister of Infrastructure stated that the construction of the airport had returned, and it was continuing, and some progress has been made. In May 2023, the Rwandan President Paul Kagame stated that the construction of the airport was around 70% complete by the end of 2020. By then, and by the end of the year, some progress would be made, and it will be ready for full operation by 2026. So the construction of the Bugesera International Airports, as you have been told, has been progressing, with the project currently in its second phase. Phase 1, which included the construction of the runway, taxi aprons, air traffic control tower, was completed in 2022. Phase 2, which is currently underway, includes construction of passenger terminal, cargo terminal, and other facilities. The passenger terminal is the most visible element of the airport construction and is taking shape rapidly. The terminal will be able to handle 14 million passengers per year, making it one of the largest in Africa. It will also feature modern amenities such as self-service check-in kiosk, facial recognition technology, automated baggage handling system. The cargo terminal is also underway, and it will be able to handle 2 million tons of cargo per year. This will make it a major hub for air cargo in East Africa. The cargo terminal will be equipped with state-of-the-art facilities such as temperature-controlled storage access areas and specialized handling equipment. The other facilities which are being constructed include the control tower, fire station, and maintenance hangar. These facilities will be essential for the safe and efficient operation of the airport. Overall, the construction of the airport is on track to be completed in 2026, and once completed, the airport will be a major boost for Rwanda economy and will help to position the country as a regional hub for the aviation and tourism sectors. So thank you for coming this far. If you are here for the first time, please subscribe to this channel. You can leave a comment about your thoughts on Bugesera International Airport and other projects that are being done in Africa. Thank you.